Hey there, this is K4A Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. We are continuing with sketchbook tutorials, and in this video we are going to try to answer to some question which was made at sketchbook how to crop canvas, I think, video. Yeah, Robert Ridlewski. Can I cut circle shapes? So, can we cut circle shapes in Autodesk SketchBook free? There are a couple of answers to that question, because a short one and longer, and longer would need a bit of explanation, which I would do. If you want the short answer, it would be no, there is no simple option to cut circle shapes, to crop circle shaped canvas in Autodesk, like pre-made, already made circle shaped section cuts for canvas in Autodesk Sketchbook. That's like bad news, but the good news is that there is a workaround for it, and it's relatively fast, not maybe as fast as you can find online in some more modern applications, which we will see later. But the good news again is that you can do it, and we will show you how in a few moments. But before that, also a couple of advices just to understand how things work in computers, softwares, and design and graphics in general. I'm starting from scratch in Autodesk Sketchbook, so I have a white canvas which I will zoom out, and as you can see already, that canvas is simulating paper, and papers in real world look like this, more or less. They're maybe smaller or bigger on one of the sizes axis, but it looks like paper, and it has two dimensions. So that's the problem with custom shape, circle shape, and similar shapes, because there is a width, this left, right, or width or horizontal dimension, and there is this one which is top and down, or vertical, or edge for height. So no matter how big or small your paper or canvas in real life or computer software graphic application is, it will always be defined with those two dimensions. They can also be called X and Y for X and Y axis in mathematics coordinate system. So, and the good thing is that works that those principles, those laws, they work in every software, graphical or computer programming, like we used Scratch, GameMaker, Unity, Unreal, and so on. They all define space at least in two dimensions for 2D games, 2D artwork, and more for more axes for 3D games and so on. So you can check your image size here in image size or canvas size, and you can see here that again you have width and height. So you cannot just exclude one or delete one completely. That isn't possible. You need two dimensions, horizontal and vertical, to define some space, and it doesn't matter how big or small this is. I could literally type here, I think, like 20 pixels for width and 20 pixels for height, it doesn't matter. It's small, you can see, but it still has 2 dimensions. So that's again very important to understand in terms of, maybe we can type 2 pixels. Yeah, no, 16 pixels is the lowest value, so we have learned something new. File, new, to create new document, and again that was just about width and height in terms of dimensions. And next thing would be showing how to crop this canvas into circle, and to do that I will add image from my computer, which is some kind of image which I was using for GameMaker tutorial. They made it like a scene for the game. I just copy pasted it for thumbnail, and again we have 2 dimensions, and no matter what kind of shape we want to crop this image into, it will always be defined by those 2 dimensions. Even if it looks like it's some kind of different shape, you will need to say, okay, this is so many pixels horizontally and so many pixels vertically. But we will see that in a second. First of all, we want to pick a shape, and in this case you said circular, so I will pick this button here which says select, and first one is for rectangular, second one is for oval or circle. I will click somewhere on the screen, and if I drag and pull, it will make ellipse or some kind of circle, but to be sure that there is a perfect circle, I will press Shift on my keyboard, and now I can resize it as much as I want. I will, for example, I need my canvas to be this big and this shape, and I want to grab maybe this part of the image. Yeah, this one looks good. Some kind of tree and a basement for tower defense game. Okay, so I want only this part of the image. Let me pick some kind of color too. Oops. Nope. I want some kind of yellow color, and I will make selection again. Okay, so this, and yeah, why is this is still black, and I picked a yellow one. Not sure why. Okay, so selection, move it here. Let's get this tree. Okay, and then so I want everything in it here to be selected, and I don't want anything around it to be selected. And as you can see, now I can draw only here in it, because this is my selection. I cannot draw over this part of the, for example, start button, pause button, and so on. So I want everything around this circle to delete, to be invisible, to just not show anymore. Simplest way to do it is go to Edit, Invert Selection. So a few moments ago I just showed you that now our selection is circle and everything in it, and if I select Invert Selection, it will invert selection to everything else. Meaning now when I clicked on Invert Selection, now everything is selected around, and that's what I wanted. Why? Because now when I press delete, it will disappear. Simple as that. I will zoom out to show it better. Move it a little bit here. Okay, and now we have circle shape selection. But again, if I deselect here with this guy, I still have this ugly white surrounding here canvas. So I have to crop everything around this circle. And good thing about cropping in Autodesk SketchBook is that you don't have to start very precise. You can go a little bit wider and then push those boundaries closer. So again, even though I have circle shaped image on my screen, I have to define borders around it in some kind of horizontal vertical lines. When you're satisfied, click on this OK check mark, and now we have our image circle shaped with box around it. Problem here, another problem is this white background. It will maybe look ugly if you have, for example, some kind of shiny or red image and you want to put this circle on it. It will look white. So all you have to do is click on this background layer, which is the first one. You cannot delete it, but you can hide it with this icon of eye, and now it's transparent and you can put it wherever you want and it will be like overlapping without problems. But again, another thing which you have to worry about is to save it as PNG. PNG has transparent background, so pick file, save as PNG. I will call it RGB2 PNG because I don't know why. Okay, that's it. Let me test it. File, new, zoom out, fill the background into some kind of yellow, and I will now import or add image, which is RGB2, and as you can see, it's circle shaped image. And for example, if I add one more layer and try to draw anything like some kind of letters or scribblings, just to show you that moving this circle shaped PNG image, we still have as much control as we want to place it anywhere and it will be looking great. So that was a turn around for how to crop circle shapes in Autodesk SketchBook and crop canvas and save it as PNG, and that way you can get some specific custom results. Also important thing to understand here is that I can, instead of just using the circle shape like I did here with select circle or square, I can make custom selections like this with lasso tool and crop out again. When I select something, again go to edit, invert selection, delete everything around it, then crop it into some X and Y. It doesn't have to be always same X and Y, but you will need both dimensions. Sometimes it will look like a square, sometimes as a rectangle. Save it as PNG and that's it. Same with this polyline or this magic wand. So for example, this magic wand is great to select some specific stuff like this tree or this surface, and if you want to select a bigger shape, just press shift and now it will add selection to it. So I can now make crop out of canvas of this tree only. Also if you want to make some custom selection, you can also use it. I think I have explained that in tutorials about selection. Just use this shift button again to make selections of adding selections, and you can create some crazy stuff. And for example, now when I press fill, I can turn my selection into some kind of custom shape, or vice versa. If I want to cut out this, I would again just use edit, invert selection, delete all, and I have some crazy stuff here. Again, this for example example which I'm using now could be again a little bit problematic because you have couple of layers here, so I would have to either delete those or cut them in same shape if I have something below, and then crop out this guy here and again turn it into custom shaped cut out canvas. That was for 16 minutes, not bad. That was for this Autodesk SketchBook, but I wanted to tell you also that if all of this is complicated or crazy, strange, difficult, hard, slow to you, just use software which is most simple for you, simplest and fastest and easiest. Who cares, as long as it works for you, as long as it gives you result that you need. And I have opened this Canva website which has cropping images online. Just upload an image here or drag and drop it, crop it, drop it and crop it, change the X and Y as we just explained, same as here in our Autodesk SketchBook. And you can crop out, for example, just the face out of the whole picture, or this dog toy, and so on, and that way create custom image sizes and crops. But also here is, for example, what you needed, how to crop image into circle, and they have specific frames for circles, triangles, and abstract shapes, just as we have shown how to create them in Autodesk SketchBook. And there is a link to it. I have opened it, but also, as you can see, although you are creating some kind of circular shape, again it will cut out it around it. It will just delete this background behind this girl, and that doesn't mean your circle shaped image is uploaded as circle. It is uploaded as a square or a rectangle. It has an X and Y dimension, vertical and horizontal, but you just don't see background. But again, the advantage of this Canva and similar software is that they are online, they are fast. You have custom shapes, for example, you can see here like some kind of badges and I don't know, some kind of skewed shapes, triangles, stars, and so on. So you can pick those, but here it is, photo effects and photo editors that you need to remove the background. So that's what we were talking about a few moments ago. Also with those select, invert, select, delete, we were removing the background. And yeah, that's it. That was again just a sample which I think and some kind of comparing to other stuff and other software, just to be aware of it and to use whatever you want. But also, for example, most of the people, at least which I know and work with, they do not feel comfortable with uploading everything online just like that, especially if you have, like, I don't know, some kind of your private personal photos and so on, because most of those free, so-called free softwares and applications, they somehow, in their terms of service, which I am talking about in some other videos, they somehow don't make it clear that they're not going to do anything with your photos. They sometimes they train AI on those, or use it for some other purposes, or sell it to another companies and so on, like data, and that isn't very nice and good. Again, I'm not saying for Canva that Canva is doing that, but just saying lots of companies are very shady on that. So again, that could be a turn off for you. This tool, again, maybe I will check it in some of the next videos, because I'm not using it. I'm not paid by Canva or Autodesk SketchBook, whatever, any kind of software. So just use what you want and how you want. It's up to you on your choice, not something which I can or should influence. And that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in next video. Bye for now.